Abraham?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are in Resh Pei Bet, and we said that this year we're going to read inside, and we'll see how far we can go. Okay. וכן צריך האדם למצוא בעצמו. The same, like we said, that when you look at your friend, even when you think he's a Rasha Gamu, yeah, you think he's really bad, you have to find a point where he's good and judge him favorably, and by doing this you can raise him up to the good, and he can make tshuva. So the same work you have to do with yourself. Why? כי זה ידוע שצריך האדם להיזהר מאוד להיות בשמחה תמיד, because it's known that a man has to be happy all the time, always. ולהרחיק העצבות מאוד מאוד, and throw the עצבוס away from him. Don't be sad at all, just throw it away. ואפילו כשמתחיל להסתכל בעצמו ורואה שאין בו שום טוב, and when he starts looking at himself and he sees that he hasn't got anything good, yeah, והוא מלא חטאים, and he's full of sins, okay? Okay, so now, how can it be? It can be, we said, that when we look at this paragraph here, that it says, והזהיר רבנו זיכרונו לברכה מאוד, ללך עם התורה הזאת, כי הוא יסוד גדול לכל מי שרוצה להתקרב להשם יתברך. And Rabbeinu warned us, yeah, that you have to walk with this Torah all your life to the one who wants to come closer to Hashem. So the one that wants to come closer to Hashem, he is the one that when he looks at himself, he sees that he's always bad. Why? Because it depends to who you compare yourself. If you compare yourself to the, Posh'im and Ganavim, yeah, to the guys that lives in jail, they go for 2 weeks out and then they do something and they come back in, so you're the best. I'm a good man. I'm going to work. I'm feeding my kids. I'm taking care of them. I'm giving tzedakah. I'm okay. But if you compare yourself to Hashem, you want to come close to Hashem, you want to be like the tzaddikim, so then when you look at yourself, you see that you didn't start it. You're full of
flaws.
Yeah? So why does it go like this? Because רוצה הבעל דבר להפילו על ידי זה בעצבות או מראה שחורה. Because the יצר הרע wants to put you into atzvus and depression, yeah, and then you cannot do anything. When a man is depressed, he cannot do anything. So he fights to do the minimum that he needs to do, that he has to do to survive. But he doesn't go higher in his spiritual, yeah, life. אבל בכן, אסור לו ליפול מזה. Even so, that's what you see. And maybe you are right. You're not good enough. Okay. But don't let yourself go down. Not to atzvus, and not to depression, and don't think about it too much. רק צריך לחפש ולמצוא בעצמו. You have to look and find in yourself a little bit of good. כי איך אפשר שלא עשה מימה וזה מצווה או דבר טוב? It's not possible that all his life he didn't do something good, at least something good. Now I saw there's a book of the Ramak that is called Tomer Dvorah, which speaks about 13 midos. You told me the
13 characteristics.
Yeah, of Hashem Yitbarach, of mercy. Yeah. So the last one is Mimei Kedem, like in the old days. So he said, what does it mean in the old days? How can you look in the side of the mercy, of the Rachamim, on the old days. So he said, every man was born in some point in his life, he was born. Yeah, and then until he was 13, yeah, or maybe less, 7, 6, yeah, he didn't do anything wrong. It was all good. He didn't make any avera, and until 13, even if he did something, it doesn't count because he's not 13 yet. He's not a man. Yeah. So when you look on these days, you see the man was good. He was good. He was okay. So now you can have mercy on him. So the same. You have to look at yourself. You know, there was a time that I was good, and on this time I can look at myself and raise myself up. If I was good once in my life, I can be good again. I can come there again. It's possible. But anyway, even after it, you know, there must be something good that you did in your life. ואף כשמתחיל להסתכל באותו הדבר הטוב, הוא רואה שהוא גם כן מלא פצעים ואין בו מתום. And even when you start looking at this good thing that he did, you see, nah, I gave tzedakah, I helped someone. Why did I help him? Because I had some benefit out of it. It wasn't clean, you know, because I was good, because I had a benefit out of it. היינו, כלומר, כשרואה שגם המצווה והדבר שבקדושה שזכה לעשות הוא גם כמלא פניות ומחשבות זרות ופגמים הרבה. Yeah, like we said, it's full of, you know, even the good thing that I did is not clean, is not right. עם כל זה, אפשר שלא יהיה באותה מצווה והדבר שבקדושה איזה מעט טוב. Even so, there has to be something good because I did good. If I helped someone, there must be something good. Even when, you know, it's clear and it's obvious that I'm doing it for myself. You know, like you help a neighbor and you help him build a fence. And this fence is good for me also, because then I won't hear his noise, yeah? But after all, you know, I helped him. It was good for him. So there was a small point of good inside. That's enough for me. Why? Because it's an evidence, it shows that I have something good in myself. And once I feel that I have something good in myself, I can build it and do it again and again and again and again until I will be tzaddik. Yeah, you know, and you never know what you do. This week, one time I missed the bus for the kollel, and it was the last bus. And I went out of my house and I just saw him go by. So I put my hand, maybe someone will stop me, for me, and I will catch him in the end of Aleph.
Right.
Yeah, and then I can take him. And no one stops, you know, no. In the end, someone stopped. So I told him, listen, I missed my bus. And he said, no, I'm going only up to Rival. He says, okay. And then he says to me, okay, I take you. And he started going fast, you know, I said, you don't have to go so fast, take him 10 minutes and we'll catch him. And he was going fast, you know, and I was so excited, you know, he had the, you know, he felt sorry for me, you know, I was so excited from this, you know, and I caught the bus, you know, just on the time, you know, he took me off, I got to the bus station, and the bus got there, and I went. And I said, you know, listen, you know, this man, he doesn't owe me anything. He doesn't know me. He did me one favor, take me up to his house. Okay, but, you know, there he is going out of his way. And he's taking me to the bus stop, you know. I was so excited, you know, and I don't think he can imagine how excited I was, you know, and how thankful I was to him, you know. So like this, you know, sometimes you do things And you did, okay, I helped him. Okay, so for me it's not a big deal. But for the other side, wow, he says, wow, what a big mitzvah you did. So that's why Rabbeinu says, you have to look for the good. And look for the good and find the good point. And another one, because you're full of it. And when you are full of it and you get excited from the things you do, it makes you a cheshek to do more and more and more. And that's the way to become a tzaddik, by having the cheshek, having the will to do more. Okay. כי צריך האדם לחפש ולבקש. Because a man has to look and search and find in himself a little bit good. To liven himself. ולבוא לידי שמחה כנ"ל, and come to שמחה, like we said. ועל ידי זה שמחפש ומוצא בעצמו עדיין מעט טוב, and by looking and finding, he says it all the time if you hear it good, looking and finding. Don't play games with me. Rabbeinu says, don't play games with me. Don't tell me I searched, I looked, and I didn't find anything. No. Okay, you have to look and find. It's like an order. Rabbeinu stands on you like this with his finger. Look and find, and don't give me any excuse. That you didn't find anything. You have to look and find. Yeah. And by finding it, he goes out of the unfavorable side to the favorable side. Yeah. And then he can come and make it. So, Rabbeinu told us, if you judge someone else, he can make tshuva. And if you judge yourself, you can be happy and you can make tshuva. It's a higher tshuva than you do with the same work on someone else. Like we have the pasuk from David HaMelech from Tehillim, ועוד מעט באין רשע והתבוננת על מקומו ואיננו. And you find a little bit, and there's no Rasha. The Rasha is not there. And if you look on his place, he's not there anymore. He left the place. Why? Because in the beginning he was in a bad place. But after you did all this job, you moved him to another place. A higher place. ואיננו כנ"ל. היינו, כמו שצריך לדון אחרים לכף זכות, the same way that you have to judge other people favorably, even the רשעים, ולמצוא בהם איזה נקודות טובות, and find good points in them, ועל ידי זה מוציאים אותם באמת מקו חובה לקו זכות, and you take them out of the bad into the good, מבחינת עוד מעט בין רשע והתבוננת על מקומו בינינו, like we said. כמו כן הוא אצל האדם בעצמו, and it's the same with the man himself, שצריך לדון את עצמו לקו זכות ולמצוא בעצמו איזה נקודת טובה עדיין, כדי לחזק את עצמו שלא ייפול לגמרי. And okay, it's like we said in the beginning, it's a very, very hard Torah. Why? Because there's very small places where Rabbeinu brings from other places in the Torah.
Sources.
Yeah. Because when he takes you to another place, it gives you like when you take photos. You take a photo from this side, and then you take a photo from the other side. Oh, so you see something different altogether. It's the same village, it's the same mountain, but from the other side it looks different. But here, Rabbeinu doesn't let you go out. I want this point, and he says again and again and again and again. כן. רק אדרבה, יחיה את עצמו וישמח את נפשו במעט הטוב שמוצא בעצמו. You have to be happy with the little bit good that you find in yourself. And it's only when you give it the right value. And we said, what is the right value? The right value comes from here. That Rabbeinu warned us that you have to go with this Torah all your life. This is the Torah that you go all your life. We learn Torah Vav, you can learn Torah Resh, you can, all the others you can go for a month, for 2 months, for 3 months, for 8 months, for a year. But this you go all your life. Yeah? And if you want to come close to Hashem, and to come close to Hashem, it's only by being happy. And if you find a little bit of good, it means I'm coming closer to Hashem. And this is the right value of the good thing that you did. Okay. וכן יחפש וילקט עוד נקודות טובות. You found one, you should find another one and another one. ועל ידי זה נעשים ניגונים. And by this, you make melodies. You make music. This is the way to make music. כמבואר במקום אחר, במאמר באים מקט וסימן נ"ד. Yeah? And this is where I want to go to this Torah to learn what is a nigun. What does it mean a nigun? מבחינת מנגן בכלי זמר, שהוא מבחינת מלקט הרוח טובה, מן הרוח נחאה, עצבות רוח, עיין שם. Yeah. Someone that plays on any instrument, he takes out the good spirit out of the bad spirit, the good wind out of the bad wind. Because when we look on every instrument, there's the wind effect in the instrument. Like when you move the strings, and it moves the air. It moves the air into the box. How do you call it? Tevat Tuda.
The opening, whatever.
Into the box because without the box you cannot hear.
Yeah,
like you take an electric.
It amplifies it. It amplifies it.
Yeah, this is the amplifier. But
right.
you know when you take electric guitar and you don't turn it on and you do like this, you don't hear anything. In a classic guitar, because it has this box, that's why you hear. And this is the effect of the wind, of the air. The air goes and goes around. But inside this box, before you start moving the strings, you know, the wind is
calm.
Is the good wind and the bad wind.
Oh.
The good spirit and the bad spirit, they're all there together.
Oh.
And if you don't know how to play and you just go on the string, nothing happens. You hear noise of the strings. You hear sound of the strings, but it's not music. Only when someone can play, then he moves the air on the right way. And when he moves the air on the right way, he takes out the good wind out of the bad wind, the good spirit out of the bad spirit. Or if he's a Rasha, he's doing the opposite.
Maybe that's why you can't play music on Shabbos, because you're separating the good from the bad.
Maybe when we sing the songs of Shabbos, that it's all good.
Yeah, but you can't play an instrument.
You can't play an instrument. Yeah. Okay. So this is the part of the music shortly, but we'll go to this Torah to Daled when we finish this. I thought we'll manage to start it today. But again, I want to read it. I want to know that I read all the letters and it's there. ועל כן על ידי שאינו מניח להפיל את עצמו ומחיה את עצמו במה שמחפש ומבקש ומוצא בעצמו איזה נקודות טובות ומלקט ומברר אילו נקודות טובות מתוך הרע והפסולת שברחו לכנ"ל, על ידי זה נעשים ניגונים כנ"ל. By holding himself, and he doesn't let the bad spirit take him down, and he finds good points and another good point and another good point, he's making music. You know, when we, after 120 years, when we come up and we stand in front of the Beit Din of Hashem, what we do, we hear the music that we made all our life. This is what will stand over there, you know. We will have to answer questions, but there will be music there. How come there will be music? Because we try to find good points. And all of these good points will make the music.
Is that what it means when it says Shir Chadash?
Shir Chadash,
Shir Chadash.
yeah, Shir Chadash, because there will be 8 strings, not only 7 strings, or it's 8 strings, or 6 strings now. Yeah. And when he does this work, then he can pray. לזמר ולהודות לשם. He can pray, he can sing, and he can thank Hashem. כי זה ידוע, it's known. כשהאדם נופל בדעתו מחמת גשמיותו ומעשיו הרעים, when a man goes into the depression because he's a man, he's heavy, and he did bad things in his life. שרואה שהוא רחוק מאוד מאוד מן הקדושה באמת, and I'm very far away from קדושה, אזי על פי רוב אינו יכול להתפלל כלל. He cannot pray at all. ואינו יכול לפתוח פיו כלל, and he cannot not even open his mouth. You know, like when we go to shul and daven, everything is written in front of us, so we say it. There's no such a thing that I cannot open my mouth. There is. You know, you can see people that they come to shul and they don't pray. They sit there. You know, but if you go to Iboidus, you go out to the field and try to speak to Hashem, then you can really see that there are times that you cannot open your mouth. And when you cannot open your mouth, the only reason is, I am sad, I am depressed,
Not happy.
I am miwash, despair. Yeah, I don't have any hope. I don't believe in anything. But I have my hat on, and I have my beard on, and I have my pants on. Yeah, okay, it's very nice of you. You're a nice guy, you know. But right now, on this moment, you don't believe that Hashem stands here and hear you, and He can help you, and He wants to help you, and He loves you very much. You don't believe in it. That's why you cannot open your mouth. If you believe that Hashem is here, and He hears you, and He loves you, and He wants to help you, and He has His own reasons why it doesn't happen now. Yeah, like I want it now. Okay, you want it now, it's good. Don't give up. But if Hashem doesn't give it to you, it's not because He doesn't love you.
It's because it's better for you.
Because, yeah, that's the way it should go. You still have to pray, you still have to daven, you still have to do some good things. But if you stand and you cannot open your mouth, it's only because you're sad. And you don't believe that you are good enough, that Hashem will hear you and will do what you want Him to do. Yeah. But when he liven himself, you know, you go to the Sadeh and you stand there and you cannot open your mouth. And you said, hey, mister, you're good. You're good, you're very good. Look what you did today. You know, you ran to the bus, you lost the bus, you tried to catch this guy, you ran to the... That's enough. You didn't learn anything. This is the only thing you did today, that you ran. Because you wanted to learn Torah, you made any effort, because like now we sit here and we're sweating, because that's enough. I didn't understand anything from the shiur. I just came to the shiur and I'm sweating. Enough, I did something good. And I can start, dancing from this good. If I understand this good brings me closer to Hashem. It means I'm close to Hashem. It's not that it brings, I'm close to Hashem. Because it's a fact that I did something good. Anything good in this world is because Hashem is there. And the happiness of Hashem is there. And the love of Hashem is there. So I'm here. Now start speaking. Thank you, Hashem, that I managed to do these good things. Thank you, Hashem, that I thought about, look, I'm 57. Baruch Hashem. I can eat. I can drink. I can make all the circulation of the food. Yeah, it goes into my blood. I wake up. I can do so. Everything is working. The machine is working. It's like you have a car and it works. No, Baruch Hashem. That's the beginning. No, now I can speak. My sechel is. Who said? Go to a hospital. You see all kinds of people. In any age. 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, all kind of. Baruch Hashem, I'm here. I don't need a zonda in my veins. I'm normal, Everything is okay.
Baruch Hashem.
Baruch Hashem. Okay, start thanking for it. Who gives it to you? Hashem gives it to you. And it's only the beginning to start doing good things with these abilities. And I did good things with his abilities. So, we are good partners.
So when David HaMelech says, Hafachta mispedil machali, is he talking about Hashem making me happy? Or is he talking about himself doing something?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good question. But it says, Rabbeinu says, that when you pray to Hashem and you speak to Hashem in the Sadeh, and then you have the Yeshua. Yeah, like someone in your family didn't feel good, and you prayed for it, and he became healthy. So it's because I prayed for him. You are right. It's because you prayed for him, but it's because Hashem listened to your prayer, and it's because Hashem gave you the right words to pray for him. Yeah? So, who did it? I did it, or Hashem did it? Yeah? So really, I did it. But really, Hashem did it. It's both. It goes both sides.
It's a partnership.
Really, you have to be careful.
Yeah.
Not to feel, not to go into gaiva, that I have the power
right.
to force Hashem to do whatever
right.
I want. Because that's not right. It's the chesed of Hashem. It's a big mercy of Hashem that He listened to us and He does what. Because if He was only by deen, so all this work wouldn't do anything.
It wouldn't work.
Because really, Hashem gives you so much power to do, and you do so small with it. Even the scientists, they say that you use only 20% out of your brains. Out of 20%, it's a good use. It's a good user.
They used to say 5%.
5%. Okay.
We're better now.
Maybe we're better now. 5%. But you use so small part of the powers that Hashem is giving you that you have to be punished for it. I gave you so much power. What do you do with it? Out of the day, when you count the day, that's why He said, that you have to find good points, because if you look on the truth, on the emes, clear with nothing, there's 24 hours a day. How do you use it? How many hours a day you give to Hashem, and how many hours a day you give to yourself, and how many hours a day you waste? You don't give not to Hashem and not to yourself. He doesn't do anything like if a man sit and eat and drink, speak to his wife, speak to his friends, enjoy. Okay. But there's so much time that you just waste it. Just waste it, And it's very easy to waste time. Someone comes and tells you about his job. So you listen to him. He's telling you about his job, what he did today, but now start digging inside it. It's a waste of time. If he didn't explain the small details, so what do you have to dig inside it? But it's the curiosity, it takes you in. And nothing comes out of this job. When he speaks to you, so he needs it. He has to say, he did a good job, or he failed in his job, or he has a problem. Okay, so you do a mitzvah. You give a chesed that you listen to him. But just to go into details for nothing, okay, he finished speaking with it. Right. Open the book, start learning, start speaking about Hashem, start do something. We waste so much time we waste. So you really have a big reason to be to be sad and depressed and not happy with your life. You have good reasons for it. So that's why Rabbi Nachman tells you it's wrong. Because one good thing that you did today is enough for you to be happy for weeks and months. One time, like in the take the Bodhidut, one time that you had a good Bodhidut, one time that you spoke to Hashem and things went out of your heart and into your words and it was good and you felt that Hashem really is close to me. And it doesn't make any difference if he answered or he didn't. The fact that I felt that Hashem is close to me, that he listens to me, that's enough for a month, even more, Baruch Hashem. Why? Because it raises my power, my belief in myself, my belief in Hashem, my belief that everything is going on the right way. So I'm doing my job in life, and it's hard, and Hashem knows it's hard. When Hashem gave the Torah to Israel, so the Malachim said, why do you give the Torah to Israel? Leave it here. We can do good with this Torah. So Hashem asked Moshe Rabbeinu to answer them. So he told them that do you have a father or mother? Yeah? Do you have a Yetzer Hara? You don't have a father or mother. You cannot make a Kibud Avayim. You cannot give them any honor if you don't have a father or mother. And you cannot make the Aveira of not giving your parents the right honor that they need. Yeah? You don't have any Yetzer Hara. You cannot fail in any Aveira. So what is the mitzvah? It doesn't worth anything. The value of the mitzvah is only because I am here. And I can do the mitzvah or not do it. Okay, so this is the time. I cannot open my mouth at all. Why? Because I'm desperate. I don't believe. I surrendered. So don't surrender. Find a good point, find another one, and start speaking. Even that you're right, like we said now, you're right, but fine. אבל בכן הוא מחפש, הוא מבקש, הוא מוצא בעצמו עדיין איזה נקודות טובות כנ"ל, הוא מחיה, הוא משמח את עצמו בזה, כי ודאי ראוי לאדם להגדיל שמחתו מאוד בכל נקודה ונקודה טובה מקדושת ישראל שמוצא בעצמו עדיין. And this is the main point, I think, this is the right thing to raise your happiness, feed your happiness, like
intensify it.
Make a business out of it. Don't just I did a good thing. No, this is the main point. This is why I came here. This is why I'm here. Why I'm here? I'm here to do good things. And I did one good thing. It means I am good. I'm still good. I'm in business. If we were partners with the biggest millionaire, and I'm doing my job, it means in the end of the month I'm going to get $25,000 a month. For what?
Bezrat Hashem.
Bezrat Hashem, yeah. No, that's what, it's only a mashal, because I'm going to get much more. The $25,000 is a mashal here in this world, What? So it's easy. I have an easy job. Yeah, just do a little bit more, and a little bit more, a little bit more. If I did something good 5 things today. For this is a speak, to say 5 things a day. They speak for people that they don't go to the Beit Knesset. Yeah, but when you go only go to the Beit Knesset in the morning. You said Birkot HaShachar. Yeah, you put your tefillin on, you put your tzitzis on. You speak. There's hundreds of times that you say thank you to Hashem, and you ask Him only with what's written in the tefillah, not with what you think and what you feel. It's a lot. Someone came to the Beit Knesset. He said, "Oh, good morning." He gave him a good smile. You have a mitzvah in your hand. Yeah, you don't know what's going on in his heart. Maybe he's sad. Maybe he's depressed. Maybe he had a fight with his wife, with his kids. And he said to him, "Oh, good morning." And he said, "Wow, someone
cares about me.
Someone cares about me. Wow, that's good." I went out of Beitar also. I met a son of my friend. He says, "Oh, hello." He said, "Oh, hello." You said, "Wow, thank you." So what happened? He said, "Mom, you say to me hello so nicely. You are a young kid. You say to me hello. It means I'm worth something. I'm not just an old man. I have some value."
And all the mothers who take care of all their children all day, look at all that they have to be thankful for.
Yeah. So we have a lot of good points. We have to make, like he says here, to raise them, to give them the right value. All these points that if I come to this stage that I cannot open my mouth in the tefillah, it means I'm not giving the right value to what I'm doing. And then when he makes himself happy by finding these good points, then he can pray and he can sing and thank Hashem. And this is what it says in Tehillim, Azamra le'elokai ba'odi. I will sing to Hashem when I'm still here. But in Hebrew it's ba'odi, ba'od sheli, with the more that I have. Yeah? By this little bit of good that I have, a little bit more good that I have, that I find in myself, by this point I can sing and thank Hashem for all my life. And this is the good points that we find in ourselves. And this is the nigunim, the music that we make by being in the hard place in this world and thinking bad of ourselves and then thinking good of ourselves. But it's not enough to think good, you have to speak it out. You have to speak it out, sit out anyway, Like David HaMelech said, the main Yiboidus of David HaMelech was when he was in bed
at midnight
and
under the cover.
Put under his cover, Then he spoke to Hashem in a room, in a place. If you can go out in the field, very good. But even in a room, everywhere is a good place. Sit and say, "Thank you, Hashem, that I did this and this and this and this. All these good things that I did today. I know that I did all these mistakes also, but I'm counting the good points now, and this is my job, counting the good points and see. Okay, I want to be better. I want to be much better. Sometimes you sit on a book, yeah, and you read, and then say, wait a minute, what was that? What did I read? What was written there? But I read it. So someone else read it and I didn't hear. I myself, I read it and I didn't hear anything and I didn't get in my head anything. Why? My head went somewhere else. Okay, I will try better. I'll try again and again and again and again. והזהיר רבנו זיכרונו לברכה מאוד ללך עם התורה הזאת. And רבנו warned us to go with this Torah. כי הוא יסוד גדול לכל מי שרוצה להתקרב להשם יתברך. Because this is the basic work of anyone that wants to come close to Hashem יתברך. לבד יאבד עולמו לגמרי. That you won't lose your world altogether, חס ושלום. כי רוב בני אדם שרחוקים מהשם יתברך, most of the people that are far away from השם יתברך, עיקר רחוקם הוא מחמת מראה שחורה ועצבות. The main reason that they are not close to Hashem, because they are in depression. They are depressed. מחמת שנופלים בדעתם, מחמת שרואים בעצמם, גודל קלקולם, שקלקלו מעשיהם, כן? Because they see the big aveiros that they do, and they still doing, so like, you're right. You're depressed, you're sad because of a true thing. It's not a lie.
It could even be things that you didn't do, situation that you're in that you're not comfortable with, or something. Somebody does something to you.
Yeah, but you're balabait. You have to know, I am balabait of everything. Everything that happens to me, I'm a balabait. On what point I'm the balabait? On the point of being happy or not. Yeah? Like, someone lives and he has a neighbor. And this neighbor, he puts the music, very loud in the real bad times of the day. Just on the time that I want to go to sleep, on the time that I want to speak quietly with my family, he puts the music. I can be sad, I can be happy. This is the fact, I went to him, I spoke to him. It's not on the times that it's forbidden by the law, so there's nothing I can do. The only thing I can do is to be happy or not. I can be sad, and I can be mad, and I can hate him, It won't help me anything. He's still going on with his music. But if I said, okay, this is the man, this is the guy, he needs it, probably he needs it. Maybe he's a very sad man, so he needs music, and loud music. And I can go without it, Baruch Hashem, thank God. But to look at it, but if I'm getting mad, and I knock on his door, and I shout at him, and then I come back home, and I'm a good person in my nature, so I'm sorry, wow, poor guy, what did I do to him? Okay, so now I will be sad also. Now he is sad because I shouted, and I will be sad also. This is not the way. This is not the way. You did the wrong thing, okay, write it down. I did the wrong thing, I hope not to do it again. But don't be sad because of it, because you have many good points. But if you don't find these good points, you see only the bad points in you, so you go down. You go far away from Hashem. And this is not the meaning of the creation. The meaning of the creation is for us to come close to Hashem. How you come close to Hashem? By being happy. How you come to be happy? By finding these good points in you. כן צריך האדם. And then you get into despair. And you don't do anything. And you don't pray like you should pray. And you don't do even what you were able to do now. Yeah? Like a man can be so sad. I see on you see on the kids when they get older, especially the boys. When they get to yeshiva, you see how they fight. The religious guys. Like I told you this one time. They get up 11 o'clock and they go to shul. For me, 11 o'clock, so late. No, how can you pray at this time? They go, I was late, it's wrong, I shouldn't be so late, I should get up early, but I am going to shul. In shul there's Kaddish, there's Baruch Hu, there's Tefillah, I'm going there. So he chaps mitzvahs. He says Amen, he says Kaddish, he's there, you know. And if you just, so even the small thing that you get, either, okay, didn't wake up on time. It's not going to be the best tefillah in your life. I know, it's not going to be the best tefillah. I don't remember if I told you this story. When I just made tshuva, I was with Chacham Tzion Bracha, big Mekubal, and you know, the prayer in his shul was very strong and very high. And then I got married, and I lived far away from this shul. So the first time I went to Shtiblach, like a normal shul, so I saw that guy, you know, he comes, he goes into the shul, and he starts speaking. Hello, with this. And I was shocked. So I didn't do anything, you know, I stopped praying, I just looked at this guy. Oh, so he puts his tefillin, and he's speaking, you know, on the korbanos he's speaking, on the zmiros he's speaking, on the brachas of Kriyat Shema, he speaks all the time, you know, he says the tefillah and speaks to someone. He says, and I'm looking like this, you know, how can it happen? It's not possible, this thing. And then he came to Shmona Esrei, to the beginning of Shmona Esrei, and he said, Hashem Shpatai Tiftach. And when he said this, Hashem Shpatai, he picked up his head, you know, he closed his eyes and picked up his head. And on this moment, he was an angel. You know, I saw his face, an angel. You know, so he done for 2 minutes, whatever, you know, and say shalom. But this moment, you know, this moment I saw, this is him. All the rest is because of this or of the, you know, but this is him. This is the point of him. He is an angel. He is connected to Hashem. Only you have to count it. I cannot see myself, you know, when I say Hashem Shpatai Tiftach, you know, I cannot see myself. So I have to say, you know, I am an angel. You know, when I do a mitzvah, I am like an angel. An angel in this body is much higher than an angel without a body. And I'm an angel here. I'm doing the will of Hashem here. You know, when we learn, you know, I'm an angel, you know, so I cannot see my face, and maybe not all the time that I learn, like we said before, you know, that sometimes you read and you don't hear what you read. So you don't understand, I didn't even listen. The same with the tefillah, it can happen. But I'm connected to Hashem with these words. So at least I try not to speak to other people. At least I try to be concentrated in the tefillah, concentrating I try, I do my best. These are good points. You know, in the time that we learn, you know, you learn 1 hour a day, 60 minutes, right? 60 minutes. 60 minutes is, each minute you have a mitzvah. Each word of Torah, you have a mitzvah. If you learn it with a chavruta, you double it. So, I have many mitzvahs, just I have to give them the right value. And count them, and do what I can do. Every time that he falls in his mind, you know, and he feels, I am nothing, even it's because of bad things that you did, really, you know, I'm talking, when I'm talking of bad things, I'm talking of small things, you know, like I got mad. It looks like it's small, no, it's really bad, you know, I'm the worst man in the world, you know. Hashem does so good to me, you know. I have such a good wife, such good kids, and I'm still mad at them, you know. It's a big busher. I'm nothing. You're right. You judge the truth, and the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, you know. Only one point you have a mistake. Because this time that you're mad, how long do you take? 1 minute, 5 minutes, quarter of an hour, an hour. You did good things in this day. The good things are much stronger than the bad things. So don't let the bad things take you down. עם כל זה, הנפילה שבדעתו והעצבות והמראה שחורה שמפעיל עליו על ידי זה, הכל הוא רק מעשה הבעל דבר. To be sad, to be depressed, to feel that you are bad because of this real bad thing that you did, it's the יצר הרע. שמחליש דעתו כדי להפילו לגמרי. Why does he do it to you? He wants you to go away for Hashem.
From Hashem.
That's what he does. They say in the Musa books, say that the Yetzer Hara, more than he wants the Avera, he wants the sadness that after the Avera. Because the sadness that is after the Avera will let you do another one and won't let you do a mitzvah. על כן צריכים להתחזק מאוד ללך עם התורה הזאת, and that's why you have to go with this Torah, רש פי בית, all day, all your life, every minute in your life. לחפש ולבקש בעצמו בכל פעם איזה מעט טוב, to look and search and find in himself each one, each day, a little bit more good and another good points. ועל ידי זה יחיה וישמח את עצמו ויצפה לישועה, and by this you make yourself happy and you will wait for the Yeshua, the salvation, the revelation, the good things, the good times. ויוכל להתפלל, and you can pray and praise Hashem and thank Hashem, בחינת הזמרה לאלוקי בעודי כנ"ל, ועל ידי זה יזכה לשוב באמת אל השם, and by this you will come close to Hashem and make tshuva. What does it mean make tshuva? Come close to Hashem. Okay. Another shiur that I didn't get to where I wanted to go.
It's always the way it is.
It's always the way. Okay, maybe next shiur we'll learn the nigunim. Bezrat Hashem.
Hashem.
יופי.